Boom, we are live. I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, all that fun stuff. Thank y'all for joining me on this beautiful Thursday evening. You saw that poll when you come in. Make sure you vote on that. Are you Trumpish or not? We got a few different stories to cover. Trump pleads not guilty today. I didn't even know he was going to be in court, but that was his stance on the situation. Are you Trumpish? And we'll get into details about that here in just a few minutes. Mitch McConnell freezing up on camera like a little kid trying to give a recital. He got cleared to come back to work, so I guess that's all positive news. And more daycare shenanigans. All that and so much more on the Rebel Without a Reason show. Thank y'all for being here. Blammo. What's up, guys and girls? See who we got in the house here tonight. S.E. Wolverine said, yep, I'm Trumpish. All right. Cat's in here. Hey, Rebel. Hey, Wolverines. Sonia, you ready to roast these libs? Is that what we do here? Are we not fair and balanced on this show? Let's get into this thing. Before we do, though, make sure y'all head over to our sponsor, the Rebelwithoutareason.com. You can get a link to the show over there because, you know, they try to hide the show from time to time. Check out some of that merchandise we got over there for y'all. Talked about the Trump not guilty today. He pled not guilty, so get you one of those Trump mugshot shirts right there. The Mona Lisa of the mugshots, in case you didn't know, from the man himself. And been getting a lot of orders for that T24 as well. It's one of my favorites. Make sure y'all check that out on rebelwithoutareason.com. Show people where you stand on that. Let them know, shit, yeah, I'm Mega Maga. What are you talking about? I'm going to have some new ones coming up soon. It's going to be Ultra Mega Maga. Y'all ain't ready for that yet. We're just going to go in stages. Krabby Turtle, I was just thinking about you, brother. What's up, Rebels? Dude, your stuff is on the way. I looked at your order today, I believe. It's on its way. There's your mug right there. They said between the 30th and the 4th, so you should get that here pretty soon. Get all that and more at rebelwithoutareason.com. Get yourself a Rebel shirt right there, too. Pretty nice, if I may say so myself. And make sure you use that promo code Rebel at the checkout, and you'll get 10% off your entire order over there. Not just Trump stuff. I wonder if Biden and Mitch go to the same doctor. And remember when they were giving Trump shit that he got cleared and his doctor said he was the healthiest president in the history of healthy presidents? And they were like, oh my God, how dare you? And here they are declaring Mitch McConnell to go back to work. And you know damn well if that was Trump and he get up there and froze up and they said, Trump, are you going to come back after next year? You gonna run again? And he just stood there for more than 0.5 seconds. They'd fucking flip out. This fool was a solid 30 seconds, I think. And he was dead to the world, man. Where's my damn shit at? Here we go. I'm going to jump into this craziness. With both feet. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate y'all. Yeah. Before I already told y'all, but make sure you save that 10% over there using that promo code Rebel at rebelwithoutareason.com. On with the show. All right, let's do the Trump thing first. Quick and not a huge story, but come on, bro. I always have too many stories. That's the problem. Okay, here we go. So Trump pleads not guilty in the Georgia election subversion case. Boom. What's up over there? Krabby Turtles on Rumble as well. I appreciate you. Double fisting that stream, sir. Putting in that hard work. He seeks to sever his case from others. I don't know if they were going to do that or not. There's no way they're going to be able to try all 18 of these people at the same time. That's stupid as hell. Let's watch the video.
Hardened criminals, wandering celebrities, and now this one. For many, a mugshot is a step toward the penitentiary, but Donald Trump hopes his will lead back to the presidency.
What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. Go to the caucuses tomorrow night and let's change America together. Thank you.
So now they're going to go through. They're going to go through all these different candidates that have gotten their mug shots out there. Celebrities got the mug shots out there. Civil rights people got their mug shots out there. So they're kind of fair on this particular one. But if you pay attention, all the high profile political people, all their charges either got dismissed or it was found out later on appeal that they won on the shit. So, Sonia, I did send that to, she said, please send the SE, the squirrel pic with his logo. I can't find it. Yeah, I did send that to him, but I got the wrong eye, as we talked about. It might be the case, so I'm going to have to redo that when I get a chance. I was going to try to get into all that stuff this weekend. Sonny said, play a short clip that I have that clinches the idea of term limits. Yeah, throw it over there for me. I'll get it. Make Trumpish merch. I have something for y'all, so just hang on. Everybody just hang on. Sonya wants to drive the bus now. Just hang on, woman. All right, so They got John Edwards there. Remember John Edwards? He was supposed to be the front runner at one point, but he fell the fuck off, son. Let's watch this.
Not the first politician snapped that way. Former Senator and Democratic presidential candidate John
That's
Edwards
his
was
mugshot.
charged but not convicted of scheming to violate campaign
Charged but not convicted.
finance laws to hide an affair. Former Texas Congressman
So he was out there fucking with hoes. He was trying to hide his affair by doing some weird political shit. So this other one here, let's watch this one.
Tom DeLay was convicted
Tom
of
DeLay.
money laundering and conspiracy.
Convicted of money laundering and conspiracy.
Then the conviction was overturned.
Conviction was overturned.
The Lone Star State's former governor, Rick Perry, was accused of abusing his power. And when those charges were dismissed,
Charges were dismissed.
he made the Trumpian move of using his
The Trumpian move. Oh, I'm gonna do that one too, dude. Trumpian. Are you a Trumpian? Oh, this is gonna get good. Man, we got a good show tonight. I just want to let y'all know I'm in a good mood, so we're gonna be laughing at these people. Do. All right, let's keep going. Rick Perry's bitch ass.
mugshots.
He used his mugshots to raise campaign donations the Trumpian way.
Raise money.
This is, in fact, OJ coming down the freeway.
And it's not all politics.
These motherfuckers throwing on OJ out there. So Trump's in the category with OJ now.
Almost 30 years ago, that white Bronco chase led to this timeless mugshot of celebrity O.J. Simpson, which Time magazine darkened, making him look more sinister.
Dude, they darkened his ass up. Look at that shit. He looks even more unshaven right there. Why y'all gotta do that to that man? I know lighting and all that shit, you know what I mean? They probably had a bright light right there, but they darkened his ass up. But they apologized for it later. Come on, Time magazine.
Time apologized. And O.J.?
Not guilty of the crime of murder.
Other celebrities have
Boom,
wound
not
up
guilty.
before
And he murdered somebody. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying?
police cameras too. A defiant Jane Fonda, a smiling Robert Downey Jr., a young Lindsay Lohan, a disheveled Nick Nolte, and Bill Gates before he was a billionaire.
The streets in quiet but agonized protest.
Then there
Bill Gates bitch ass trying to put him on the map somehow. Get the fuck out of here.
are mugshots that have truly become iconic, notably civil rights leaders from Martin Luther King Jr. to John Lewis, taken into custody for standing up, or in the case of Rosa Parks,
Oh my goodness.
sitting down for their rights. The modern mugshot began in the late 1800s, the invention of a French detective who wanted a better way to keep track of suspects and criminals. Since then, millions have been taken, but never before of a former U.S. president, let alone one who wants to be president again. Tom Foreman, CNN, Washington.
Not even one that wants to be president again. Make him sound all scary. Damn, president, you scary. So all them people they were trying to throw in there with him either got their charges overturned or dropped. Yeah, Bill Gates should have stayed in jail. Hell yeah, he should have. Wolverine said always a good show, but look forward to this one. Oh, dude, it's going to get good. I'm going to tell you right now. About to toot my own horn. Toot, toot. All right, here we go. This is kind of a long video, but it's totally fucking worth it, man. All right, so we're going to do the Trumpish. Are you Trumpish? Let's look at the poll. Let's see how many people are polling. 100% in this bitch. Trumpish. Okay. I see how y'all roll. Let's watch this. James O'Keefe has struck again. So what's the deal on this one here? James O'Keefe, police body cam footage shows the New Jersey school board officials calling police on citizens that they don't recognize who look quote unquote Trumpish. Police colluded with school officials to scan license plates of all the attendees who looked different. So you're at the school board meeting. You don't have a damn thing to do with James O'Keefe. You ain't got a damn thing to do with Trump. You just want to know what's going on with your kid's school. The cops are outside scanning everybody's motherfucking license plate to see who might have a charge on them so they can investigate and fuck with y'all. Get you taken up out of there. Come on, man. This is crazy. This is about to be crazy right here. So he did a Freedom of Information Act to get the body cam footage of the police that got called on them. Get your popcorn out.
Something along those lines.
That's exactly what we're thinking.
I think there's more like intimidate, stir the pot. Like
equity audit.
Equity audit for what?
To make sure that we're equitable. It's a really hot meeting.
It's a very sensitive topic.
Yes. O'Keefe Media Group.
Okay, that right there. She said that was it's a very hot topic. It's a very sensitive topic. It's a hot meeting. So these people, they're going to be rabble rousers. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go to O'KeefeMediaGroup.com. Anthony, what's up, Anthony? I just got your email a second ago, sir. I'm going to play that on the Rumble channel. Cat says, I got Let's Go Brandon on my car. I'm Trumpish. I need to do some Let's Go Brandon stuff. I don't want to take everybody's ideas, though. You know what I mean? That was somebody else that had that cool idea, and I don't want to take everybody else's idea. So this is the Trumpish merchandise. If you want that, that's going to be available. So let's keep going.
Equity audit.
Equity audit for what?
To make sure that we're equitable. It's a really hot meeting.
It's a very sensitive topic.
Yes. O'Keefe.
Okay, that's what I meant to go back to. It was a very hot meeting. It's a very sensitive topic. This lady later says that she don't even know what the meeting was about.
Media Group expose the rot undermining our society. James O'Keefe offers tools for transparency to disgruntled parents in another New Jersey school district.
Do they look shady? Like
Yes, they definitely look like there's something up.
James O'Keefe.
And if you're not paying attention, they came there when it was daytime and it was fucking dark by the time that the cops left.
Investigative journalist. I could care less you're a journalist. Worry about your own town, your own county. You got to come here, cause a disruption. I don't answer to him. Do they have a right to do this?
No, technically.
I just took video of everybody in our parking lot.
I can run the plates. We'll handle it.
Tell the American people why you called the police.
There's a group of about 9 men.
Pretty remarkable here.
So I just thought it would be safe that I call you. There's about 8 of them, and none of them, we have all the different administrators in there, none of them that have been principals and stuff, none of them recognize them as past students. They're not parents.
Okay, let me get this logo out of the way so we can see what the fuck's going on. So she's the executive assistant to the superintendent, Tony McLaughlin.
They're different looking. Some, they look Trumpish.
They're different looking.
To be like, they look a little scary.
Police.
This fucking bitch said they Trumpish looking. This bitch said they Trumpish looking.
There's about 8 of them, and none of them, we have all the different administrators in there, none of them that have been principals and stuff, none of them recognize them as past students. They're not parents. They're different looking. Some, they look Trumpish. And to be like, they look a little scary.
Police body camera footage obtained by OMG, one of the most riveting and fascinating psychological case studies into what school board officials, superintendents, and cops are saying, thinking, and believing about you.
There's a group of about 9 men.
What are they doing?
Yeah, so they're there, they're on their phones, they've never been there before. It was just a little bit
They're there and they're on their phones. They've never been there before.
of concern.
Who called this?
Tony McLaughlin.
Tony McLaughlin.
She's the executive assistant to the superintendent. You want
Is
me
she?
to- Yeah, grab her. Hold on.
Yeah.
On August 8th, during the school board meeting, the Livingston school board officials calling the police on citizens because they don't recognize them.
It's just this.
So from what I understand, there's some extra work. There's people that aren't usually your usual board.
Tony TDS McLaughlin. Dude, that's exactly right. These people are all infected with it. It's crazy.
Watchers, exactly.
Right.
There's like
People that come to the meetings, it's new faces that you've never seen before.
Never seen before. Some of them, they just look. They don't look like Livingston. They might be.
Executive Assistant Tony McLaughlin talking to police officer Pancione in Livingston, New Jersey, who's wearing the body camera.
What's your name?
Officer Pancione.
Pancione. Okay.
They apparently forgot that the body camera was
Pancione got his panties on.
recording over 40 minutes of conversation back and forth as they compare O'Keefe Media Group citizen journalists to Antifa.
Seriously, Anthony McQuaid says suits and ties equals Trumpish, I guess.
There might be part of some kind of like...
Yeah, that's what
like an Antifa, not like an Antifa, but something along those lines.
That's exactly what we're thinking. And maybe they're going to all different board meetings. I'm not sure. So I just thought it'd be safe that I call you.
See, it's still daytime out this bitch as the cops are there. Unless they're in a well-lit place right here and it's nighttime. But it looks still pretty much, it's dusk, it's getting there. But they stay for a while till the damn sun goes down.
You called this, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, here.
My name is Star Preston, and
See, Star Preston is the one that called, not Tony.
I am calling to see if I could request a police presence at the Board of Ed.
Now, we caught up with Tony McLaughlin as she was arriving to work on Tuesday. It's a very revealing interaction. My name is James O'Keefe. Are you Tony McLaughlin, the assistant superintendent of the school? Yeah. You did call the police on us.
Oh, dude, this shit's funny as hell to me. Like, he did not expect her. Like, this is the one that called the cops. She's the one that was talking all that shit. She ain't got too much to say now. To her credit, she does answer a few questions. She doesn't totally run away just yet, but she did not expect to see this fool standing up here. But as we get further into this, they start looking up his information online and kind of find out what he's about. And they go, oh, my God. O'Keefe Media Group. Oh, what? Oh, no. And they start panicking.
Body cam footage of you. This is you on the police footage.
They look Trumpish.
You said that there's some, quote, Trumpish people.
They're different looking. They look Trumpish.
Wow, they're different looking. They look Trumpish.
What did you mean by Trumpish at the school board meeting?
I still feel like commenting now.
You've commented quite a bit. There's 45 minutes of video from the police officer here in Livingston of you saying that you were, quote, intimidated by citizens showing up at a school board meeting asking questions.
They look shady. Like,
Yes, they definitely look like there's something up.
Not like a Livingston parent, like what to do.
Definitely not.
Academy.
Yeah, they videotape. I think there's more like intimidate, stir the pot.
What is intimidating about citizens showing up at a school board meeting talking about diversity, equity, inclusion?
I did not know what the citizens were going to talk about.
Boom, right there. She's a straight up liar. Y'all heard her on the body police cam. She knew what the topic was going to be. It's a hot topic. It's a heated topic. She knew exactly what the topic was. Come on, bitch. If you're going to do it, let's do it.
Okay.
They were not living. Usually we have people commenting on items on the agenda.
So why did you call the police?
Because I was directed to do so.
Now, remember on August 8th on the
She's saying she was directed to do so.
steps outside the school board meeting, I asked Officer Pancione from a distance, I said, did you call the cops on us? And he said, my supervisor did.
So you called the police? Like I said, I was told to come here by my supervisor.
I'm a journalist.
Okay, very good. Yep.
And he's talking to the cop telling him, hey, I'm a journalist. And he's like, yeah, okay. Real WH Grandpa on Rumble says, do you care if I invite some of my friends? I like to ask first because sometimes it becomes overwhelming for the host. We're praiseful, I promise. I hope you're saying peaceful. Hey, as long as you're cool, man, everybody's welcome here. What's up, Sugar Bones in the house? Make sure y'all hit them like buttons as you're coming in. I appreciate y'all.
Well, now we have obtained footage of Officer Pancione walking back into the room, talking to the school board officials and saying, oh, he's a journalist. Well, I don't care.
I don't want to get into discussion with him. They want to know who called the police. They're the guy in the blue blazer. I'm a journalist. Very good. I could care less. Worry about your own town, your own county.
Right.
What's the you got to come here and cause a disruption? Not a disruption, but you know, I could care less. You're a journalist. I'm not here to answer your questions. I don't answer to him. He can be a journalist. He can do all he wants. I don't answer to you. I mean, technically, they do have. Do they have a right to do this?
No, technically, no. You have to be a Livingston resident.
Like, see, the police officer and each person in this room doesn't even know what the law is. Do they technically have a right to be here? Hell yeah, they do. And he's gonna name out the statute straight away. It gets good. Let's keep going.
Or you could work at Livingston. You have to have some type of affiliation.
Connection with Livingston. Other than that, these things shouldn't be. We shouldn't be needed for something like this. But you have these groups that they just want nothing better to do, and just. I think it's more intimidation. And the one guy in the blue blazer went outside to look. He's like, "Oh, I'm a journalist. I don't care." Did they call the cops on us? I says I was told to come here by my supervisor. Don't worry about it. They call the cops. I'm here. What do you think I'm here? How do you think I got here? They were probably recording me. That's fine. They're being recorded too. So
James O'Keefe, he's
the guy in the blue blazer. Yeah. What is that? He's just a rebel rouser.
This guy right here, he says he's a shit starter. Then the cop says a rebel rouser. No, he's not a shit starter. He's an exposer of you fucking people. Sugar Bone says, you know how many Trumpish people she comes across daily and doesn't know, maybe like her barista or her cashier at the grocery store. I'm sure she hates every single one of them too. She looks down her nose at people like that.
Stir the pot.
Let's investigative journalist.
Good for him.
Who does he work for, though? Like, who
I
does he
think
publish
he
for?
finds
Who does he publish for?
Who's he work for, though? It's like she's not even going to listen to his comments or anything he has to say because he's not affiliated with NBC or CNN. Who does he work for, though? Who publishes his stuff? And then when they say, oh, he works for himself, she's like, oh, like we have nobody to call to get him in trouble. I get that shit all the time. Like somebody's going to try to call my boss and get me in trouble. Like, bitch, you talking to the boss. Don't fuck with me. Let's keep going.
I think he does his own investigative journalism. And, his podcasts. And, you got a phone, you're famous, right?
There's
if he has a question.
O'Keefe Media Group.
Yeah.
So, if this guy has an issue with what you guys are doing,
ask a question.
Ask a question.
He didn't ask one.
He didn't ask one. He was up there talking, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's just a carnival bar. That's all.
If you have a problem, go to the state. If you have a problem, go to the state. Go to the governor. Go to the state board of state education, Department of Education. Why are you going to interrupt a local, small little town when you can go to the higher authority?
Sure.
And he's looking, he's probably one of these guys that are looking for a fight, like a verbal, like a confrontation.
But the story's going to end up being this meeting, and they had security. And we were shut down. We were shut down, not to record, and they had a cop waiting for us outside. That's going to be the story.
Let him.
I don't
Let him.
Doesn't bother me.
I was sent here. They said, and that's it, because they were concerned. You were concerned that several individuals came in that you never saw. They're not. They're not Livingston parents. Right. You were just concerned if they were going to cause an uproar. So you have that right.
And see, can the cop even give them to advice on what to say? Like, you're there to mediate, dude. You're a protector of the citizens. He's straight up on their side about shit because he feels like they're intruders. And Sonia's got a great point right here too. It says, I wonder what this cop would think if he was investigating defund the police. And these people right here are the same type of people that would vote for defund the police, but they're the first fucking people that call the cops when some shit goes down. Pussies. Let's go.
James O'Keefe offers tools for transparency to disgruntled parents in another New Jersey school district. And there's this little investigative reporter article.
So this is what
No, how are they being recorded here? Sonia says. James O'Keefe, he's smart as fuck. He's not going to let nobody get over no shit on him. He knows all the legal ins and outs. He did a FOIA request for this body cam video of this cop. And which is going to lead to the next video after this, where Kat says this piece of shit cop needs to be exposed for this shit too. Yes, he's going to. They went up above this idiot's head, and he's going to get his ass in trouble. I think he got one paid day off, if I remember correctly. Oh, no, that was a different story we're going to cover later. There's so many corrupt cops. I mean, not everybody is, obviously, but there are a lot of fucking corrupt cops out there, so it's hard to keep track of some of these people, but let's keep going. I'm going to get out of the way so y'all can see all this.
Thing is, go to the towns that are doing this diversity, equity, inclusion curriculum or whatever they're doing, and I guess he's against it. Or
This one's talking specifically about his
last
week in Roselle Park.
Seriously, this is the society we live in now. The one guy in the blue blazer went outside to look. He's like, "Oh, I'm a journalist. I don't care." Did they call the cops on us? I says I was told to come here by my supervisor.
What's remarkable is the officer is still wearing the body camera, but apparently forgets that he is wearing it because it captures his blasé and mini tyrannical side, saying that he doesn't answer to citizens, he doesn't answer to citizen journalists, and he doesn't care that we are journalists. Obviously, the police officer does indeed exist to serve and protect the citizens and has to answer to citizens. That's why we obtained the body cam footage in the first place through a public records request.
There you go. So James O'Keefe, he's smarter than the average bear, like I told you. He's got that the records request so he can get that body camera footage. He's not stupid, man. Shout out to all the new watchers over on the Rumble channel. Shauna, Thomp, KM Theo, brought over by the real WH Grandpa. I appreciate y'all. Schnuckles, Sheila Schmidt. You guys, I appreciate y'all. Put your feet up. It's going to get good.
At one point, Officer Pancioni, in conjunction with Tony McLaughlin, questioned whether I have a right to be at the school board meeting.
Do they have a right to do this?
Technically, no. You have to be a Livingston resident. Or you could work at Livingston. You have to have some type of affiliation.
Connection with Livingston. Other than that, these things shouldn't be. We shouldn't be needed for something like this. But you have these groups that they just want nothing better to do.
This is clearly erroneous. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act is codified under New Jersey SA 1046 to 10421. The citation refers to New Jersey statutes annotated. It ensures the public can attend all school board meetings in the state, regardless of where you live. So this
boom, regardless of where you live. He read out the whole statute to him. So these idiots in the office, along with the cop, believe that they know what the law is. He just told you what the law is. And it's so funny when you read out the statute to these people, even the cops, they run away like, oh fuck, this person actually knows what they're talking about. I'm just thinking I know what I'm talking about. Let's do it.
Officer is ignorant of the law.
I mean, down there and videotape the license plates down there.
I mean, I can run the license plates.
I just thought they were parents. So I was like, oh, a lot of people.
You can see them what cars they get in. If they come from another town.
At one point, Officer Pancione speaks with Susan Berman. She's an official in the Human Resources Department in the Livingston School District. And Susan Berman is absolutely giddy about scanning license plates of the citizens in the parking lot.
They're part of something.
I just took video of everybody in our parking lot.
You did over here?
Yeah.
Video? Okay.
I'm going to go down.
Well, see, what unprovoked by the cop until this point right here, she says, I just took video of everybody's license plates in the parking lot. Lady, I'm here to see what's going on with my grandson. We're going to watch the whatever the hell we're doing, the meeting, we're doing the PTA, whatever the fuck's happening, and this bitch is out here scanning everybody's license plate. Man, you better wake your ass up.
The plates.
Yeah, let's
what I can do is just hang out here.
The police officer reiterates
and she was giddy.
An official in the Human Resources Department in the Livingston School District, and Susan Berman is absolutely giddy about scanning license plates of the citizens
excited
in the parking
she ran
lot.
off.
They're part of something.
I just took video of everybody in our parking lot.
You did over here?
Yeah.
Video? Okay.
I'm going to go
I can run the plates.
Yeah, let's
what I can do is just hang out here.
The police officer reiterates that they can indeed scan the plates, scanning plates that don't even belong to people working for me or any citizen journalist. They just start scanning all the plates. I think they found one car with a plate from Massachusetts, and they use that as apparently, again, the probable cause to become suspicious.
I get them in trouble. I figure I just get a license just in case.
Yeah, no problem. I can pass through and just run plates, and they're from out of town. Then, I mean, right now. Okay.
See how they're whispering together and conspiring with each other? That's weird shit, man.
No, that's up here.
These are all the ones parked across the street.
I have over here and I have across the street. That's the last one. 3XGL. I can back it up.
And like I said again, what is funny to me about all of this is they're doing this so low key. Does he not remember that he has a body cam on there? Does he not understand that they could submit to request his body cam? I think that's what it is. Like, you are being recorded for a reason, dumbass.
I can. Hopefully, hopefully it's nothing. But if it turns into something, we'll handle it.
All right.
The superintendent's office eventually realized that my name is James O'Keefe, and this is an O'Keefe Media Group investigation.
What's the name of the group that they might be linked to?
Oh, it's called O'Keefe Media Group. What is that for?
Natalie saw
they saw it on their computer.
Yeah, they were
and
tech
if they
news.
do,
So were they like a
citizens
watchdog
brigade?
or?
Yeah, they're enrolling in the academy equips you with the skills and knowledge necessary to break life-changing stories, investigate surrounding corruption, and expose the rot undermining our society.
Okay.
Now, look at their faces now. She's not so giddy. When she finds out who O'Keefe Media Group really is, they start to get scared.
Who they are, I don't know.
What is it, O'Keefe?
O'Keefe Media Group.
And there you go. You can see the fear, the trepidation, the anxiety in the faces of these school board officials as they read word by word.
I thought said I was told this when I went to the Clay Clark event to park away from the event, and this was 2 years ago. They scanned plates. Oh, yeah, for sure. Crazy as hell. Yeah, James is on these fools' asses. Boomhauer's in the Rumble chat over there. I appreciate y'all.
The mission and the charter for the O'Keefe Academy, which is training thousands of citizen journalists on how to do what we're doing right now.
O'Keefe Media Group. So apparently, and then now my other coworker is Googling it, and it's I guess they riot.
Yeah, see, now they're all Googling the shit out of this. They're trying to find out who O'Keefe Media Group is, who he is. Oh, it ain't going to take long. I'm surprised these lefties don't know who he is.
Enrolling in the academy equips you to the skills and knowledge.
To be fair, that one guy in the green shirt, he did know who he was.
Necessary to break life-changing stories, investigate surrounding corruption, and expose the rot undermining our society.
James O'Keefe offers tools for transparency to disgruntled parents in another New Jersey school district. And there's this little investigative reporter article.
Democratizes the intricate art of exposing corruption through undercover methodology. It sounds really wacky.
Sonia is trying to clarify. Let me see your comment. Sonia says, Rebel, they went to that school because they called the cops on the parents, and this is all the dirt from the body cam behind the scenes. Yes, ma'am, that's exactly right. Well, they didn't call the cops on the parents, per se. They called the cops on James O'Keefe and his people because they looked suspect. They looked Trumpish. That's what we're talking about, the title of the show now. The people just looked Trumpish. You know, they look different. They ain't supposed to be here. They don't look like parents. They look, you know how them Trumpers look. They got that look about them.
Scared, and they're advertising for you to go do likewise in your community. And you can go on our website, o'keefemediagroup.com. Right here you have it. You can click on this link, go there and purchase these master classes. We'll equip you and sell you the cameras so that you can do what we did, and we can clone ourselves, which I know you want us to do. We need your help. Go to our website and purchase these classes, which go live after Labor Day.
But what did any of them talk?
The blue jacket.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw him.
Yes, he was up there with the blazer.
Yeah,
yes.
he was talking, and he said that he's from he's an investigative reporter in Bergen County.
My name is James O'Keefe.
Okay, so the cop asked him if he spoke there at the actual meeting, and he said, yeah, the dude in the blue blazer did.
Investigative reporter residing in Bergen County, New Jersey.
Okay.
And he's investigating. He read Dr. Block, as our superintendent, his report of May 12th.
I read your audit report announcement on May 12th. from the spring.
There was a board meeting about how we're contracting a company for an equity audit, which we are.
We've noted that here in Essex County.
And what is impressive to me also is this young lady's memory. She knew exactly every single talking point that James O'Keefe had. I don't know if she recorded it. She probably did and went back and watched it several times to find out who he was. But she's got a great memory if she's recalling exactly what he's saying here.
You've supported equity and inclusion in your PowerPoint presentation.
And he named the name of the company.
And you've hired a firm called A2Z, we've learned.
A2Z Equity Coaching, ready to be part of the change. Write that down, Sonia, and research that later, please.
They have no followers on Instagram. They don't really have a web presence, so we don't know.
Now, we don't know much about this firm. They are apparently affiliated with Rowan University. Their Instagram page has 0 posts and 41 followers, so the public will be interested to know more about that.
Investigative report.
Order from Bergen County.
What's he doing in Rockland County?
Because he's a resident of New Jersey and he's worried about his taxpayer dollars going to things of this nature, like this audit report.
Well,
and then he had 2 more minutes, and the president cut him off and said,
I'd like to interrupt. Sorry, I'm sorry. We do not allow recording of our meetings, please.
You can have your 2 minutes when the recordings go up.
So
you are clearly recording at this time, and that's in violation of our policy. So I will grant you your 2 minutes that are left, but I would advise whoever is recording right now to please stop.
And they weren't going off. And he insisted that it shouldn't be against policy. This is their state statute in New Jersey.
And you are
state of New Jersey.
You are, but
party consent.
It's very important to stick to the guidelines and policies and discipline of the House.
Yeah, the New Jersey gets it's one-way consent for recording. And then what he did was, they put the phones down.
No, Mr. O'Keefe, I'm sorry, I cannot have this conversation.
She just said even it's one-way consent with recording.
Any further till the recording stops.
Put that down.
And then all of a sudden, he went over and he had what looked like a phone, this size, all black, and he said, well, this whole meeting's been recorded, and I'm going to reveal my hidden camera footage to your entire school district, all of your parents.
Sitting on the chair, this has in fact been recording the whole time. This is a hidden camera that actually has a camera in it, and it's
Boom, you fucking raggedy bitches. He's recording them the whole fucking time. So they think just because they might not have been in the shot there. No, all y'all fools are right there in that whole shot. He was recording you the whole time, and he's going to send it to everybody. Let's keep going.
It's on the chair, and there it is recording all of you this whole meeting. So thank you very much. We'll be distributing these devices throughout Essex County here in the interests of transparency. Thank you.
Thank you.
So he doesn't speak any further beyond this because he knows. And see, they even have a camera that's recording the whole meeting for the city to see, for the state to see. The state rules say that they can have cameras in there. They're saying that their local entity there cannot have cameras, so she's trying to overrule state rules. But he's smarter than that. He's not going to stay in there and not be able to record his own footage.
So much.
Dr. Block's name and his salary. He had to make sure that he got that.
And, Mr. Superintendent Block, Dr. Block, we know that you're one of the higher paid people in the state, $237,000 salary. So,
Yeah, no, I know.
It's all right. You can see my salary if you want to go.
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm just saying, but he didn't get the rest of his comments out, because he just stopped. He's like, okay, well, thank you very much. So gets him recording and left.
Now, after the board meeting ends, we walk through the vestibule past Officer Pancione. You can see us walking through one by one. Now, there's actually an Asian American on our team, and this leads one of the officials to say, well, there is some, quote, variety on the O'Keefe Media Group team.
What do they look like? Are they young, old, black, white, Hispanic?
It's actually, they're mostly white, but there's a variety.
Tell the American people why you called
a
the
variety
police on journalists.
I was directed to do so.
But who,
superior.
Who is your superior?
I cannot comment.
Superintendent, you're the executive assistant to Matt Block, are you not?
I am.
Okay, so he's your superior. Wow. Pretty remarkable here.
I love how they passed the buck. So she passed the buck to Matt Blank right there. Blanc, whatever the fuck his name is. Saying my superior told me to call the cops. Come on, bitch. If you're going to call the cops on Trumpish folks, own that shit. Say, yeah, I called the cops on you dirty little Trumpy folks. You Trumpinas. Trumpianas. What was the other? The Trumpians? Trumpians. You look Trumpish.
The Livingston School Board. We wonder if Matt Block is going to show up today.
Yeah, now they're going to get his big ass when he shows up to work. Run, James.
Mr. Block. Superintendent Block.
Yes.
We've obtained police body cam footage of your executive assistant, Tony McLaughlin.
Boy, he's eating good. $270,000 a year. This waddling son of a bitch is eating good. Shauna says James O'Keefe has huge balls. Hell yeah, he is. He does. He's fearless. Yep.
And she's on the tape saying,
life-changing stories investigate surrounding corruption and expose the rot undermining our society.
So you think there might be part of some kind of
yeah, that's what
an Antifa, not like an Antifa, but something along those
Antifa.
lines.
Exactly what we're thinking, and maybe they're going on.
So she says that her supervisor, that would be you, directed the police to come here. You called the cops on journalists, or you directed your executive assistant to do so. Why did you call the police on citizens attending a public school board meeting? Mr. Block, you make $247,000 a year. Why did you call the police on journalists? Tell the people why you called the police on journalists, sir. Completely speechless. Unbelievable. Then Officer Pancione goes outside to ensure that we have left the premises. He takes out his flashlight and appears to point it at the school buses to ensure that myself, my team are not hiding underneath or next to school buses in the parking lot.
Dude, this shit was funny as hell to me. This cop is super paranoid. Does he think a Trumpian is going to
Finally, Officer Pancione takes the flashlight and points it into his own car. We're not sure why he did that. Maybe he thought that I was hiding inside of his police car.
Like, what is the thinking this cop is doing right here? Is he so paranoid? Maybe he gets his ass beat all the time, or is he expecting somebody to whip his ass? So he's thinking some of the Trumpians are going to jump out from behind these damn buses and get him? Come on, man. This dude's paranoid. I don't want to say paranoid.
Now stay tuned tomorrow as we go to the Livingston Police Department. I catch up with Captain Tom Smith. I ask him about the behavior of Officer Pancione. He gives me some very interesting reactions and some news to break there, so stay tuned for that. And because in the words of Tony McLaughlin, executive assistant to the superintendent Matt Block, the citizens looked, quote, Trumpish.
They look Trumpish.
Trumpish. Now, we've never exactly heard that depiction before. As soon as they see people they don't recognize, they immediately call them Trumpish. By the way, Tony McLaughlin, we are now selling merchandise on the O'Keefe Media Group website with that name. It'll be on our website. We also intend to put your face on the t-shirt so we can sell merchandise to pay for more of our citizen journalism. Imagine if someone simply called the police on a citizen attending a school board meeting just by virtue of the belief that they voted for Joe Biden or they looked Biden-ish. In our Manichaean world, this is becoming an increasing possibility. Just because you look unfamiliar, they call the police on you. And apparently, if you look like a Trump voter, that is the probable cause to call the police. Reporting from Livingston, New Jersey, this is James O'Keefe with O'Keefe Media Group.
Crazy as hell. So you can go to O'Keefe Media Group right there, o'keefemediagroup.com. And let me see if I can get that shirt back in there. You can get those at your Trumpish shirts at o'keefemediagroup.com.
They intend to put your face on the t-shirt so we can sell merch. And because in the words of Tony McLaughlin, executive assistant to the superintendent Matt Block, the citizens looked, quote, Trumpish.
They look Trumpish.
Trumpish. Now, we've never exactly heard that depiction before. As soon as they see people they don't recognize, they immediately call them Trumpish. By the way, Tony McLaughlin, we are now selling merchandise on the O'Keefe.
There you go. O'Keefe. Oh, there he goes. O'keefestore.com. He's got the Trumpish shirts over there. So he's got the OMG logo on the sleeve. Pimp tight. I think that's a great idea. Expose these lefties and fucking take their shit and make merchandise with it. Idiots. Straight up idiots. You can get that at O'KeefeStore.com. I appreciate the real White House grandpa sending all the folks over to the Rumble side. I definitely appreciate y'all. Sonia had fun facts about the New Jersey school district to share with us. New regulations will require schools to segregate sex ed classes to do so based on gender identity instead of sex. Sex ed classes? That's going to be weird as fuck, man. Also expand the number of protected classes. The rules shield and remove numerous instances of gendered language they contain, among a host of other changes. Of course. Sonia says, check Twitter. Sent you the A to Z equity website. Okay, I'll do that. Thank you so much. Yep, Trumpistas. We get that Trumpista merchandise over there on the Rebel Without a Reason store. Make sure y'all check that out. Get your T24 mugs over there too. Check that beast out right there. It doesn't come in focus on the camera very well, but get yours today at rebelwithoutareason.com. Rebecca Z. Grandpa sent me. You're welcome. Oh, thank you for being here. Welcome to the show. Let's keep going here. So he went the next day to the police station to talk to the captain to see exactly what the hell was going on with his officers. Do you know the weird, shady shit that just happened with us over there? Let's get it. It says, shortly after James O'Keefe exposed the shocking viral body cam footage of the cop questioning citizens' right to attend school board meetings and other chilling behavior, New Jersey police captain announces a review for deficiencies of the officer's conduct. So let's watch this next video.
Smith. We showed Captain inside the Livingston, New Jersey Police Department. We just spoke with Captain Tom Smith. We showed Captain Tom Smith the footage of Officer Pancioni. My name is James O'Keefe. Do you have a minute to talk?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm Tom Smith. Nice to meet you.
The officer asks, do we have a right?
Do they have a right to do this?
No, technically no.
The officer didn't understand the law. So I think your officer needs to familiarize himself with the New Jersey Public Records Act.
I don't answer to him. If he can be a journalist, he can do all he wants. I don't answer to you.
Get a life, says the officer. Listen, this is my life. This is what I do. In this country, in this state, in this town, we need investigative reporters. That's offensive to what we stand for in this country, everything we're going through in this country right now.
Do they have a right to do this?
No, technically no.
The public has a right to know what goes on. My tax dollars in the state, I have a right to know. And I just find statements like that to be, some would consider, an abuse of power.
They want to know who called the police. They're the guy in the blue blazer. I'm a journalist. Very good. I could care less. I could care less you're a journalist.
He doesn't care that we're journalists. I could care less that we're journalists.
I'm not here to answer your questions.
You're gonna fucking care, buddy. You're gonna care.
Like, oh, I'm a journalist. I don't care. If this guy has an issue with what you guys are doing,
ask a question.
Ask a question.
I'm just a journalist asking questions.
But aren't we recording on the Zoom?
I'm hesitant to answer any questions. Mm-hmm. Can you email them?
I will give you all of this.
Oh shit!
I will give you the.
This captain is shady as hell too. He's hesitant to ask any questions. Can you email him? So he'll have plenty of time to go over his answers, not live on camera. If he was any type of real police captain, he would say, I'm going to investigate this shit myself. Give me your information. Give me copies of this. Can you email all this stuff to me? I'm definitely going to look into this because my shit don't fly like that. No, sir.
Full raw. I mean, you guys gave this to me. James O'Keefe here, breaking news. We have a statement from the Livingston, New Jersey Police Department after our school board body camera investigation. This is Captain Thomas Smith in the precinct there in Livingston saying there will be an internal affairs investigation about Officer Pancion's dialogue with all involved parties. It will be reviewed for what he calls deficiencies and, if deemed necessary, will be addressed. This comes on the heels of Officer Pancione questioning whether citizens have a right to even be at school board meetings, and school board officials calling the police on citizen journalists that they deem, quote, trumpish, and scanning the license plates of citizens who attend school board meetings if they're not residents of that particular town. Thomas Smith saying that there will be an investigation to address potential deficiencies. My name is James O'Keefe. Do you have a minute to talk?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm Thomas Smith. Nice to meet you.
I just want to ask you some questions. We obtained some body cam footage from your officer, Pancione, on August 8th. Pancione.
So I'm glad he turned it into internal affairs, at least anyway, because you know it's going to be out of their hands. Somebody else independent of their precinct is going to look into it. Shout out to all the folks on Rumble. Mandigo said cops better pick a side soon. How can they stand with scum that wanted them dead? Yeah, for sure, dude. Police captains are politicians. Yeah, he has to be, I'm sure. It looks like a lizard with glasses, for sure. A lot of police are corrupt. Yeah, and that's what Kat was saying earlier, that two of her family members are police officers, and there are a lot of bad ones that make the good ones look worse. You know what I mean? Because if you know some corrupt shit's going down in your precinct, you got to say something, but then you don't know who's going to be on your side, if somebody's going to get your ass in trouble. Latina said, I just got back from being on a panel with someone that wanted to argue with me that Tucker is a beta. What's your thought on that? How so? I mean, he's got more balls than a lot of those journalists do. They don't ask no fucking tough questions. Nobody else had the nuts to go up there and do the Republican debates. Not the Republican debates, but when they were all up there and he gave them all questions, he destroyed all those fools. He let them destroy themselves with their own words. So in my opinion, he's got more balls than most of them out there, but he could be controlled opposition too. Who knows? I remember that bow tie. Let's keep going.
He says his supervisor told him to come to the school board meeting, so I just want to show you some footage, okay?
Absolutely.
We filed a Freedom of Information request for this footage. They fought us on it. We obtained it. We got it yesterday.
I don't want to get into discussion because they want to know who called the police. They're the guy in the blue blazer. I'm a journalist. Very good. I could care less.
So first of all, there's that statement, a couple statements. He doesn't care that we're journalists. I could care less that we're journalists. This is really important.
He can be a journalist. He can do all he wants. I don't answer you. I mean, technically, they do have a. Do they have a right to do this?
No, technically, no. You have to be a Livingston
Resident.
Or you can work at Livingston. Yeah, don't you have to have some type of affiliation?
Connection with Livingston.
Okay, so the officer asks, do we have a right?
Was that continual video there? Almost looked like it stopped for a second.
I will give you the raw footage to ensure that it's fully in context. The officer asks the superintendent's assistant, do we, as citizens, I'm a citizen of the state, have a right to attend the meeting? So I think your officer needs to familiarize himself with the New Jersey Public Records Act, which makes it a right of any public proceeding for me to attend. The officer didn't understand the law. The New Jersey law allows me to attend a public school board meeting. And these...
And they think that they know too. Like everybody in the room, you saw them, they were so fucking convinced that he couldn't be there. None of them could be there. They're not supposed to be there. New Jersey law allows any citizen to watch any of those meetings, which they're going to change that shit soon, I'm sure.
Educators they're not versed in the law either. So I just wanted to make you aware of that.
Fair enough. Listen, again, I'm hesitant to answer any questions.
Mm-hmm.
Can you email them possibly?
I will.
Me, and I'll get back to you guys.
I certainly will.
And we're more than happy to do that.
You can clearly understand my concern and the American people's concern about police officers not being familiar with the law in the state. going to a school board meeting is no reason to have the police called on you, and then a police officer saying you have to be a resident of the township to attend a meeting. That's just not so. It's not true. It's false. And again, I'm not against what you do. I'm just a journalist asking questions.
You know, if you have a problem, go to the state.
The officer says, if I have a problem, go to the state. And the problem I have with the officer's statement is that these are public proceedings in the township, and I have a right to attend them. Now, we obtained the police body cam footage by asking the Livingston town clerk for it, something that any of you can do. They were reticent to give it to us, and the town clerk confirmed the reason was they were editing the footage, redacting certain parts of it. I did catch up with her, and here's what she had to say. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
I'm Carolyn Mizuko.
Carolyn Mizuko?
Township clerk.
Yeah, we filed a FOIA request was filed in your office, and we obtained some police footage. There was some opposition to giving us that footage.
There was no opposition.
None?
No.
Okay, not that you're aware of?
No.
Okay, the person that filed it informed us that there was some opposition. There had to be a threat of a lawsuit to obtain it.
What happened was the police department, these are our body-worn camera.
I'm sorry, say that again?
The body-worn camera and the phone call from the...
Yep, set that mic up there on that desk so you can get that statement from her on audio recording.
Department needed to be reviewed by the police department, and they made some redactions.
Oh,
so there was no threat of a lawsuit as far as I'm aware.
So it was just because of the need for redactions?
Yes.
That was the reason why it was delayed in getting to us?
Yes.
You're aware that New Jersey state law allows for people to attend school board meetings?
Of course.
Okay, because the superintendent's office and the police officer in question did not know that. So they thought we don't have a right to be here. To public meetings. So, but you know that, right?
As the clerk, yes. All of our meetings are open to the public.
All of your meetings are open to public?
Always.
Okay, well, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Wow, at least that young lady knew the law.
See you in a few weeks.
See you in a few weeks. So he's going to have classes coming up soon. You can sign up at o'keefemediagroup.com, and if you want to be a citizen journalist, you can get onto the program, and they'll sell you the cameras and all that shit to actually become a investigative journalist if you want to get into that shit. All into it. Let's get back to these comments for a second. Oh, I saw that one already. Sorry. Boomhauer said Mrs. Boomhauer's uncle was a great cop. He got the fuck out of Chicago and retired to get away from this mess. Oh, dude, Chicago cops, oh man, they got it rough. Latina says, thanks guys. Krabby Turtle, is there an after party on Rumble later? Sans YouTube. Yes, sir. Here in just a few minutes, we got 2 more quick ones to do, and then we're going to go to Rumble and do fun stuff. Well, maybe a couple more. We'll probably do another 23 minutes or so. Do an even hour and a half on each one. What the hell? Keith Oberman says that Riley Gaines sucks at swimming. What the fuck? Keith Oberman sucks everything. He's just a terrible person. Boomhauer says James just walks right up and hands you your own ass. Yeah, in legal form, he'll give you the documents with your ass on it. You're like, oh fuck. I told you, you better watch yourself. Let's keep going though. Yeah. And don't forget, you can save 10% over there on Rebelwithoutareason.com. Get your mega merchandise. We got the mega merch sale going on right now. But that goes for everything on the website, $20 or more when you spend on Rebelwithoutareason.com. Just use that promo code Rebel right there, and you'll get 10% off your entire order. Get it. Do it now. It's there for you. Do it. What are you waiting for? Let's do some memes right quick. These are the guys that made the I ain't saying she a vote rigger video.
So run, you cur! Run! Tell all the other curs the law's coming! You tell them I'm coming! And hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
Meme, fellas.
So run.
Man, I love that movie. Tombstone, that shit was kick ass. Speaking of Chicago, we were just talking about Chicago just a second ago. Residents upset over the Hyde Park migrant shelter. Watch these people losing their damn mind.
I don't want them there. Take them someplace else or send them back to Venezuela. I don't care where they go. This is wrong. You got 73% of the people homeless in this city are black people. What have you done for them?
There were lots of fireworks over the migrants moving into the Lakeshore Hotel for 6 months, where 300 can be housed. Also, the city says it's a fluid situation, and it will need to revisit that timeline.
I don't want them there. Take them some.
She said, I don't want them there. I'd take them somewhere else. Get them the fuck up out of here. Hey, man. Hey. Let's do the daycare shenanigans, and then we'll do Mitch McConnell's dumb shit. Dude, this is a local story right here, Boomhauer. I couldn't fucking believe this. It's right down the road, man. Caught on camera, a toddler escapes a Hendersonville daycare with employees in the same room. This is at the Robin's Nest Academy of Academic Excellence. Dr. Jerry Carr.
This is a terrifying feeling for any mom, but one Hendersonville mother got a call from police saying her child had somehow escaped daycare.
Yeah, this happened last week on one of the hottest days. Our Marissa Sulik shows us how he got out and where they found him.
From the outside, Robin's Nest Daycare off New Shackle Island Road looks secure.
Yeah, was he walking in the room?
But in this video obtained by WSMV4, that is not the case.
Right there, the little kid's walking out the door. There's grown-ups all in this bitch. There's somebody behind the counter, it looks like. There's a person standing right there.
You can see an employee is by the front door
Watch him.
along with the child.
How do you push the door open?
That toddler slips out and walks away.
Peace out.
From there, police reports say he ended up next door.
Dude, this is a busy road right here, too. You know what I'm talking about, Boomhauer? The car wash is down here. This is the, like the Chinese joint. This road is fairly busy right here.
At the Yokohama Japanese Grill, where worker Michelle Chen found him in the parking lot around lunchtime.
What happened was that kid, he comes here for the first time, all by himself. He tries to open that door like he comes here before, but it's his first time here.
She says it was one of the hottest days, so she brought him inside and asked where his parents were. He pointed at this car wash.
So I brought him outside, but none of the people on here was his mom. So I brought him back and called the cops.
Okay, so if you didn't understand, it was kind of low what she said there. She brought him to the car wash next door because he just pointed over there. He's a little child. He can't even say, my mom and daddy here, my daycare is right there, I'm fucked up. He said, over there. And anybody at that car wash could have been like, hell yeah, that's my kid. Let me get that bitch. Gone. Gone. Let's watch this.
Department of Human Services says this daycare has had almost a dozen violations in the last 2 years. So
A dozen violations in the last 2 years. How the fuck are they still open, man?
we asked them, why are they still open? DHS declined an interview and never answered our question by the time this story aired. The dozen violations show staff were on their phones, found food uncovered with flies, and an incident where an employee disciplined a child, dislocating their elbow. This time, Chen says she's grateful she found the 3-year-old before it got worse.
That kid could happen anything. He can get
3 years old. 3 years old. And they said that they disciplined the kid so hard that it dislocated his elbow. Why are these motherfuckers still in business?
Stroke or maybe sunburn.
Yes, Kim Theo, shut him down. Exactly. Welcome, Prairie Kid.
Or maybe if he's unlucky, he might got injured by the car.
In Hendersonville, Marissa Sulek, WSMV4.
That's crazy. That is a busy road right there. Boomhauer says that's New Shackley's Road, ain't it? Yeah, that is busy ass street right there. There could be a lawsuit. Ka-ching. Exactly, Anthony. I'll sue the hell out of those people. They just let him walk right out of there. Thank God that Asian lady was a nice person. I mean, that could have been anybody that found that kid. Not everybody's nice like that. Yeah, here's your Trumpish shirts right there. That's over there on that O'Keefe Media store. I'm sorry, it's o'keefestore.com. O'keefestore.com. Keep this train rolling here. Yeah, so Mitch McConnell, he actually went to the doctor, and the doctor gave him the okay to come back to work. If you can believe that shit or not. But like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, if this was Trump or anybody Trumpish, they would say he's not fit to walk down a ramp.
Within the last 2 hours, Senator Mitch McConnell was medically cleared to continue working by a United States Capitol doctor. This comes after the 81-year-old froze during an event with reporters yesterday, raising more questions about his health. McConnell froze for several seconds when he was asked about running for re-election in 2026. This is the second such incident in the past 2 months. The last happened at a news conference in Washington in July.
Glitch McConnell. Dude, that's funny as hell. That's funny as hell, Boomhauer. I'm gonna just be making shirts all weekend, man. Glitch McConnell, you funny, bro. A show of hands who thinks he shit on himself. I mean, he probably did. Great timing though, because it was right there at that question where he said, the person said, "Are you gonna run again?" And he's kind of like, good day. Do. Give me 1 second. We got a couple more things. Well, we got like one more thing. We got so much more stuff to do on Rumble though. I want to make sure you guys see this one before we go over there. And make sure everybody hits that like button, hit that subscribe button for me. I definitely appreciate y'all so very much. While I'm looking for that, so you don't sit here and have to look at my pretty face. Shout out to my rebels. Thank you guys so much for being here. After the YouTube show, we're going to go to Rumble. And I won't be back again until Tuesday. We do a live show every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock. I appreciate y'all being here. Shout out to my moderators as well. Anthony McQuaid, Atomic Tabasco, Cat F, Zayduichi's Cane Sword, Latina and Cali, and the beautiful Miss Sonia Scrapbook. The best damn co-host on the internet. Give me 1 second here. I'm trying to find this video I wanted you guys to see last week, but I didn't get a chance to play it. I was running out of computer juice. I need to start bookmarking all of the really good ones because the shit gets lost in the shuffle. Anthony's saying, Rebel, what are you asking me, sir? Are you asking me something? Sorry, I missed it. Oh, did you say that you had an email for me that you were going to show? Yeah, we're going to do that on the Rumble side. We're going to play your video on the Rumble side. Just hang on for me. I wanted to play something that I meant to play last week. I thought it was great. I wanted y'all to see. It was a meme video that involved one of my favorite characters, man. I don't know if y'all know, but I love Superman. The first movie was off the fucking chain, and this was one of my favorite scenes from the movie that somebody did into a meme. I thought it was great. Give me a second to find that beast. iThump says maybe Glitch and Biden are played by the same person. Probably. Turtle Man. The Gnarly Jaeger says Turtle Man. Fun. Yeah, he needs to be primaried by a Trumpian for sure. Oh, we got a lot of more stuff that I should have covered last week too, man. Shh. So much. So many of them videos, though. I mean, how can you keep up with all this shit? I need more computer power. Let me see here. Oh shit, we gotta play some more of these videos when we get into the Rumble side. So much fun stuff. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So this was from the other day when Trump got booked into the Fulton County jail. And somebody made a meme to say, hell no, we got to turn back time. Superman, save us.
Being here, we did nothing wrong at all. And we have every right, every single right, to challenge an election that we think is dishonest, that we think is very dishonest. So thank you all very much, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you very much.
So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
And we will make America great again. God bless you. I love you.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, guys, let's go to Rumble. I appreciate y'all being here, my YouTube people. Thank you guys so much for being here, subscribing, hit the like button, subscribe to the show. You can also get this on your favorite podcasting platforms, Apple, iTunes, all that fun stuff. Just type in Rebel Without a Reason. You'll find me there. Let's go to Rumble, guys. Peace out, YouTube.
Let's do